Gopi Janavara Dari Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Prayaradha Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Janavara Dari Gopi Janavara Dari Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yasodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Chayam Swa Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Pavajakacharya Asatar Sata Shri Srimad Bhagavatam Vinda Bhakti Bhagavanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Chayam Swa Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa Pavajakacharya Asatar Sata Shri Srimad Shiva Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lantakoti Vaishnavana Ki Jai. Namacharya Shuddha Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Sivam Bhavandhan Ki Jai. Sri Maipur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Sri Mathur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannathpur Dham Ki Jai. Gandhamani Ki Jai. Himani Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaurnitai Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Salavina Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Gaurapananda. All glories to the summer devotees. All glories to the summer devotees. All glories to the summer devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Vasudeva Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 6, Isha Sutta confirmed. Text number 12. Satvasya Parasya Atman Dharmasya Mamatcha Syacham Jnanasya Cha Satvasya Asyadma Parayana Syamamatcha Syacham Jnanasya Cha Satvasya Asyadma Parayana Syamamatcha Bhavasya cha Jnanasya cha Sattvasya Prasyatma Parayana Namasya Namasubhyam cha Rasatam Tubhyam cha Kamaranam Bhavasya cha Jnanasya cha Sattvasya Parasyatma Parayanam Parayanam
Dharmasya mamatubhyang cha Kumaranang bhavasya cha Jnanasya cha sattvasya Parasyatma parayanam Dharmasya mamatubhaya cham Kumaranang bhavasya cha
Parayanam Bhavasya cha
Vijnanasya cha sattvasya
Jnanasya cha Sattvasya
Parasya atma parayanam Dharmasya mamatubhyam cha Kumaranam bhavasya cha Vijnanasya cha sattvasya Harasyatma parayanam Dharmasya mamatubhyam cha
Tubhyam cha
Kumaranam bhavasya cha
Bhavasya cha
Vijnanasya cha sattvasya
Jnanasya cha Sattvasya
Harasyatma parayanam
Prasyatma Parayanam
Dharmasya mamatubhyam cha
Tubhyam cha
Kumaranam bhavasya cha
Paranam Bhavasya cha
Vijnanasya cha sattvasya
Jnanasya cha Sattvasya
Parasyatma parayanam
Dharmasya mamatubhyam cha
Tubhyam cha
Kumaranam bhavasya cha Vijnanasya cha sattvasya Parasyatma parayanam
Dharmasya matubhyam cha
Dharmasya Tubhyam cha
Kumaranam bhavasya cha
Vimarnam Bhavasya Cha
Vijnanasya cha tad sattvasya
Viganasya Cha Satvasya
parasatma palayanam.
Prasyatma Parayanam
Dharmasyam
Parmasma Tubhyam Cha Vimarnam Bhavasya Cha Vijnanasya Cha Satvasya Dharmasya Mamatubhyam Cha Varnam Bhavasya just principles are beyond knowledge. Cha and the four kingdoms of Asya, Shiva, Cha, and also the Gyanasya of transcendental knowledge. Cha, also Sattvasya of truth. Rasya of the great personality. Atman, consciousness. Parayanam, dependent. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Also, the consciousness of that great personality is the abode of religious. So this is the words of Lord Brahma, his disciple and son Nardamuni. We're going to text 13 through 16. Saras Sasro Yaksha Raksha Bhuta Gunu Raga Asava Pitra Siddhan Vidyatmiyas Chavaji Chandida Jivan Jala Stala Chaban Kasam Gahacha Ketavastaras Tatetastana Yatnavahan Sarvasha Evedam Bhutan Baba Bavaschayat Taida Vitavis Vitastin Adi Tishtati myself, Baba, yourself, Baba, Shiva, Chan, also, Eva, certainly, ten, they, the great sages, Agrajan, before you, Sura, the demigods, Asura, the demons, the human beings, Naga, the inhabitants of the Naga planet, Naga, the birds, Naga, beasts, Sarisripa, reptiles, Gandharva, Apsara, Yaksha, Raksha, Vitagana, Urga, Kashava, Pitra, Siddha, Vidyadra, Char, all inhabitants of different planets, the vegetable kingdom, others, Char, so of different varieties, Jiva, living entities, Jala, water, Stala, land, Nabakasha, the inhabitants of the sky or the birds, Graha, the asteroids, Riksha, the influential stars, Kedava, the comets, Tara, the luminaries, Tarata, the lightning, Yatnavan, the sun and the clouds, Sarvam, everything, Purusham, the personality of Godhead, Eva, Yadam, certainly all these, whatever is created, Bhava, will be created, Bhava, whatever was created in the past, also, yeah, whatever, that it is all by Him. Universally completed with us 10 half cubit situated by His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Going to you and Baba, Shiva, all the great sages who are born before you, the demigods, human beings, the birds, the beasts, reptiles, etc., manifestations of the universes, namely the planets, stars, asteroids, luminaries, lightning, thunder, and the inhabitants of the different planetary systems, namely the Gandharvas, Apsaras, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhutaganas, Ragas, Kashavas, Itaras, Siddhas, Vajadaras, Charanas, and all other different varieties of living entities, including the birds, the beasts, trees, and everything that be, are all covered by the universal form of the Lord at all times, namely past, present, and future, although He is transcendental to all of them, eternally existing in a form not exceeding 9 inches. Report, Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, by His partial representation, measuring not more than 9 inches as Super Soul, expands by His potential energy in the shape of the universal form, which includes everything manifested in different varieties of organic and inorganic materials. Manifested varieties of the universe are therefore not different from the Lord, just as golden ornaments of different shapes and forms are non-different from the original stock reserve of gold. In other words, the Lord is the Supreme Person who controls everything that is within the creation, and still He remains the supreme separate identity, distinct from all manifested material creation. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.4 and 5, He is therefore said to be Yogeshvara. Everything rests on the potency of Lord Sri Krishna, and still the Lord is different from and transcendental to all such identities. Shasutta of the Ritra, this is also confirmed. This philosophical truth, simultaneously oneness and difference, is propounded by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Chaitanya Vedic Tattva. Simultaneously just as the good ornaments are
And this is going to be it.
the individual
Strawberry
is the stock gold. The stock gold is never exhausted, even if there are ornaments emanating from the stock, because the stock is premium complete. And even if premium is deducted from the premium, still the supreme premium remains the same. This fact is inconceivable to our present imperfect senses. Lord Chaitanya therefore defined his theory of philosophy as achintya, inconceivable, and as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita as well as in the Bhagavatam. Chaitanya's theory of achintya beta beta tattva is the perfect philosophy of the absolute truth. Your thoughts on Srimad Bhagavatam?
This is a good vision. Super soul, super responsive Godhead. He's expanding in the heart of the infinite, so that each living entity is one with God. You can't say that he's not one with God. But as described here, the gold earring is one with the gold mine, but you cannot say it's equal to the gold mine because quantitatively it's much bigger. But qualitatively, there is equality. So the living entities can say they're one with God, but they cannot say they are the same as God in all aspects. If they do, then they become bewildered by illusory energy. That's Maya. One who thinks that he's the same as God in all respects is speaking nonsense. Like saying a drop of water is the same as the ocean. How can it be the same? The ocean can support thousands of big ships, but the little drop of water cannot support even one little tiny ship. So this is a perfect philosophy, and we can see how nothing is separated from God. Nothing is independent. Everything is Parayan. It's dependent on Krishna. But he's Swarat. He's independent, the only one. You can say everyone else is dependent on someone else. They have their source. So who's Krishna's source? No one's ever found out a source for Krishna because he is the Sarva Karana Karana. That's the conclusion of Brahma. And Brahma is the wisest person in the universe. As confirmed, Narada, Deva, Vyasa, Swayam, Chava, Vishmi. All the great sages have confirmed it. And so Arjuna says, Param Dhamma, Param Bhava, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma. You are the supreme Param Brahma, you're the supreme Brahman. That means you're the super soul. Everyone else is Brahman, but he is Param, supreme soul. And what is the difference? Jyotitanam, Chaitana's Chaitanam. All of the entities are eternal and they're conscious. But one living entity, the supreme living entity, is supplying all the other living entities. They're all dependent on him. So we cannot escape it. This is such a nice explanation of God. People say, who's God? What is God? And then if you say, whatever you say, an atheist will have a difficult time because he can't conceive of God. Being, it's inconceivable, that's the point. Lord Chaitanya is saying, achintya, beta, abeta. Simultaneously, inconceivably, one and different from everything. That is a scientifically verifiable explanation of God. Like we were discussing yesterday, Vedanti tattvaviras tattam yajgaham advayam meti meti bhagavani jisham. The three manifestations of God. Yes, this God, three features. And those three features can be expanded unlimitedly. He's the most, only the most beautiful person. He's the most intelligent, and he's the smallest, and he's the biggest. And he knows everything, and he is everything. You can't describe God in any normal way. You try to limit him by anything, then you become guilty of speculating. Not supposed to speculate about the absolute truth. Not to just accept it. In the Vedas all say Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Param Sada Shanti Surim. The demigods are all looking to the Supreme Lord, his abode, Vaikuntha, Goloka. And there are different thousands of abodes of the Lord. So, this is real science, not speculation that everything comes from zero. Boy, how can that be? How can that be a satisfactory replacement for the explanation that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives of God?
Thank you very much. It describes the consciousness of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the consciousness is different from consciousness of human eye. I'm conscious of the pains and pleasures of my body, but Krishna is conscious of the pains and pleasures of all bodies. And Krishna knows everything past, present, and future. Whereas I can't even remember what I did 20 hours ago. And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, so many millions of years ago, I instructed the sun god Vivaswan in this supreme knowledge. But I can remember, but you cannot. So this is the difference between God and the living entity. God's consciousness is unlimited and perfect in all phases of time, whereas the living entity's consciousness is very limited. So if someone says, I am God, I'm equal to God, that's insanity. You can understand this person is insane. Just like Maharaj was saying, the drop of ocean water is never equal to the great ocean. And certainly our consciousness is never equal to God's consciousness. And God is full in 6 opulences. He's full and complete. And in the spiritual world, it is said that 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Minus 1 is also equal to 1, because the spiritual world, everything is full and complete. And there's a nice verse in Sri Ishapanishad. It's the invocation to Sri Ishapanishad, which Prabhupada translated into English in 1969. The personality of God is perfect and complete, and because He is completely perfect, all limitations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as a complete whole. The of the complete is also complete by itself. because he is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from him, he is the complete balance. According to Srila Prabhupada, the complete whole, or the supreme absolute truth, is the complete personality of Godhead. The personal Brahman is an incomplete realization of the absolute complete. And so also, that's the conception of Paramatma, the super soul. The supreme personality of Godhead is Satchidananda Vigraha. The personal Brahman realization is the realization of his Sat, or eternity aspect, and Paramatma, super soul realization, is the realization of his Sat and Chit, eternity and knowledge aspects. The realization of the personality of God is the realization of the transcendental features, Sat, Chit, and Ananda, or bliss. In the Krishna concept, this is realized in complete form, Vigraha. And so, the complete is not is less than his creation, and then the other thing, he cannot be complete. The complete of everything beyond our experience. Otherwise, he cannot be complete. As the main spirit says, is complete as he is. Therefore, this phenomenal material is also complete by itself. The 24 elements of which this material universe is a temporary manifestation are completely adjusted to produce the complete things necessary for the maintenance and subsistence of the universe. No extraneous effort by any other unit is required for this maintenance. The universe at the same time fixed by the energy of the complete whole. When that time is complete, this temporary manifestation will be annihilated by the complete arrangement of the complete. There is complete facility for the small complete units the living beings to realize the complete. Forms of incompleteness are experienced only on account of incomplete knowledge of the complete. The human form of life is a complete manifestation consciousness of the living being, which is obtained after evolving through 8,400,000 species of life in a cycle of birth and death. This is completeness within the complete in this life of free consciousness. He loses the chance of realizing his completeness and is put again into the cycle of evolution by the laws of material nature. Because we do not know that there is a complete arrangement in nature for our maintenance, we make efforts to utilize the resources of nature to create a so-called complete life of sense enjoyment. This misleading life of sense enjoyment is called illusion, because the living entity cannot enjoy the life of the senses without being dovetailed with the complete whole. Example, the head is complete. It's attached to the complete body. It's detached from the body, like a, but actually it has see of a head. Similarly, the living beings are parts and parcels of the complete whole. And as long as the parts and parcels are detached from the complete whole, the illusory representation of completeness is not enough to bring the desired result. The completeness of human form of life is engaged in the service of the complete whole. Any service in this world, whether social, political, start with the souls. This translation and purport are perfect. Like this, self-realized. Explanation of the word is just astonishing. This concept is all Bhagavatam chapter 9, text 1. Я буду which I got about to start celebrating this entire universe is pervaded. So next God, Krishna says, translation, and yet everything that is created does not rest in me. And behold, my mystic opulence, although I am the material of all entities, although I'm still myself, is the very source of creation. As the mighty wind of space, in the same manner, all beings rest in me. Any comments or questions? Thank you very much for it's time for the subject of festival. All those things, the boundaries, to survey protocol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So these scores for the week of July 24th, we'll read them for the pleasure of their lordship, Sri Sri Gaurnitai, Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Dhanavir Goswami, the Sampradaya Acharyas, and all the assembled devotees. We had 7 book distributors this week, and in 7th position with 1 small book for a total of 0.25 book points, Jai Keshava Prabhu. In 6th position with 1 Maha book for a total of 2 points, Krsnendu Prabhu. In 5th position with 6 small books and 1 big book for a total of 2.25 book points, Subal Saka Prabhu. In 4th position with 4 medium books, 2 big books, and 2 Maha big books for a total of 8 book points, Jivadoya Prabhu. In 3rd position with 11 small books, 2 big books, and 6 Maha big books for a total of 22.75 book points, Mridanga Prabhu. In 2nd position with 2 small books and 5 medium books, 17 big books, and 14 Maha big books for a total of 48 book points, Radha Damodar Prabhu. In 1st position with 1 small book, 10 medium books, 47 big books, 49 Maha big books, and 1 Srimad Bhagavatam set for a total of 222.25 book points, Sri Sri Kumar Das. Hare Krishna. And the RVC total for this week is 15 small books, 19 medium books, 68 big books, 72 Maha big books, and 1 Srimad Bhagavatam set for a total of 303.25 book points. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. So a highlight from this week, and Jagannath Prabhu wrapped up sets of books. It's a really big set. It's like 9 big and Maha books all together, and one Beyond Illusion and Doubt medium book. So we went to the Indian store with them, and a lot of people were taking them and then also giving some extra donation after the sapta, after taking the stack. And one guy came who was saying that he's a friend of Bhaskarananda. He just moved here. He said he just moved here from Omaha. And I said, oh, do you know any devotees out there? And he said, yeah, what is his name? And I said, Bhaskarananda. He said, yeah, we're great friends. And we were talking, and I asked him if he had the Bhagavatam, and he said he didn't have one. And we brought like 3 different languages in the van, and one of them was Bengali, and he said he spoke Bengali. So we told him we could give him the Bhagavatam. He gave a donation, it took the set, and then he also said that he does structural engineering, so he really wants to come and help with the renovating. So that'll be nice. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai.
Sure. So we went to the Indian mart. Man, it was nice. Everybody was giving a lot of donations. So I distributed 1 Sapta Rishi set to, it was not really a Sapta Rishi set because there was like 9 books in there. So it was Nava Yogendra set. Yeah. So we distributed some of those, and then so there was a lot of people from Hyderabad and stuff like that. So we were saying some jokes. And so I distributed a set to this group of like 5 guys, and they were really cool. And I tried to get a picture, and I ended up getting one, but they were all like scared to take a picture with me. They kept like passing it over to their friends, no, he's the guy. They just didn't want to take a picture for some reason, but we got one. So anyways, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai.
So I was at the plaza, and I approached some Indians, and I expected them to say that they already had Bhagavad Gita or they knew the Bhagavad Gita, but and that's what they did say. But then, as I was about to leave, the girl said she wanted it. The girl that they were with, so she told them that she wanted it. So and she had a donation, so I was able to give her a Bhagavad Gita. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai.
I had a chance to go to the city market, and I had an opportunity to talk to a Christian. And since I was talking to him, I was also able to to passersby as well. And there was some group of ladies going by, and I just said hello, and I said, I'll be here when you're coming back. So this Christian was really persuasive, and I kind of enlightened him a little bit, I guess, but he didn't want to take a book. So when the ladies came back, I said, I'm still here. And so they're laughing and joking. And I'm giving one of the ladies a book, and then she has this big bag, and she just opens the bag, and so for me to throw the book in there. So I did that. I wasn't going to let them get away like that. So I grabbed the bag, but there was 2 bags in there. So it was a really heavy bag, and so I had to tell her the spiel, introduce her to the yoga practice that the book is describing, with this heavy bag of melons. in my hands, and I was like running out of breath. And I was thinking, I was telling her, how is she possibly holding this bag? There's 2 hands in there. So I got to kind of finish really quick, and she grabbed the bag back, and they were almost going to get away. And I told them about the donation. Friends actually started reaching for a contribution, so everything worked out. So,
It's a busy week. I'm trying to remember what happened. Oh yeah. On Friday, we came back to the temple. Just outside, and I was talking to see some person walking down the street to the unusual. He said, "Hare Krishna." I said, "Oh, Hare Krishna." I was talking to him, and it's this boy who came from Ukraine. To Ukraine because of the war. Split up from his family. His father's in Germany, his mom's sister are in Montenegro. He's living in Olathe, and his dad is either a devotee or very favorable towards the devotees, and has taken a lot of association of devotees. So he wanted to come to the temple to check it out, but everybody was gone. And it was his birthday, so I thought it was cool that he's in America and he has nowhere to go. And it's his birthday and he misses his family. And the one place he wanted to go was to the temple. So hopefully we'll see him sometime soon. Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So on our way back to, or on our way to Pratt to visit my dad, we stopped and got some petrol at the station, and there was a man filling up his tank of gas, and Radhastali was like, "Hey, go distribute him a book." And so he looked to be of a Spanish speaker, so I grabbed a couple of Spanish, or a Spanish book and some other books, and he was indeed a Spanish speaker, and he only spoke Spanish. So I tried my best to describe what was in the book, and he told me he was actually coming to Kansas City to see his wife who was sick, and he has 4 children, and so it's a pretty sobering situation. So I, shared with him some of the philosophy and gave him some nice words to think about, and and he took the book and he gave a donation. Transcendental Book Distribution Key. John.